Huh? Yeah, very much.
All right. I'll wait till after the meeting for.
Things going good for you?
Huh?
Things going good?
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Huh?
Should try that retirement stuff, LB. It's pretty nice.
Kinda take it easy, huh?
That's good.
Okay,
Bond
can we come to order? Can we come to order, please?
Morning, Sandy.
How you doing, Sam?
Gina,
I'm good.
you ready to do the roll call?
You need an agenda, LB? I'm gonna grab one.
If you got one, yeah, I could use one.
First of all, let me say, this is the Washington Area Highway Transportation Committee meeting. This is all taped, by the way, that's why I do this. Monday, August 25th, 2025.
Craig Miller,
Here.
Wendell Eckelkamp, Jordan Dalaveras, Ray Frankenberg,
Here.
Bob Ingeman.
Here.
Bill Stratman.
Here.
Mayor Hagedorn, Joe Holtmeyer.
Here.
Sandy Lucy.
Here.
Elby Eckelkamp,
Here,
Steve Silentrup,
Yep.
Kurt Understall, Jeff Niemeyer, Charles Stankovic, Darren Lamb.
Please stand. I
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, one and all. Welcome to fall.
Why, yes.
First item on the agenda is always the approval of the minutes. Trouble with the minutes,
Yeah, we had to turn the mics off so it didn't record.
oh, I see.
Yeah, all that static we had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So really, anything, did you recoup any of what we said later on? I can't remember what it was, if it was anything meaningful
No,
or not.
it went blank after like 17 minutes.
Very good.
So,
So the minutes are what they are,
yeah.
yeah. They're always the way they are. Any comments, questions, or changes? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve as
I'll-
presented.
I'll make the motion to approve them with the note that they're partial.
Very good. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much. First item on the agenda, Amtrak.
We don't have any report today. We have a meeting on Thursday, so I should get some more information. Hopefully about results of some studies they're working on for expansion, as well as they're still talking about a third round trip next summer for World Cup stuff. So hopefully we'll have some more information come next meeting.
Good point. That's interesting. First time we've talked about World Cup.
Next summer, hard to believe, but it's around the corner. So
How's the ridership? Do you have any idea of how many people are, more, is it like highways, or just jamming up on us, or is it
it's
something?
still been very strong. So yeah, they're running a year that's right along where their record would be pre-COVID stuff. So that's good. They're doing very well.
Any questions for? Hearing none. Missouri River Access Flood Mitigation. Charles, there we go. Welcome back. We missed you last meeting.
Honestly, no real update. They're still working on it. Hoping the next month or two we'll have the final report and be able to give you guys some more information from the study there.
So for the purpose of some new people that are in the audience, what we're trying to do, give us a synopsis of what.
Yeah, we've been working with the Corps for the last year and a half on like an initial flood study on different possibilities over there north of the bridge, different levee extents around the airport, around Highway 47 or a causeway. Also looking at some other items, raising the road down there in Dutzow where it's got some flooding issues as well. So they're taking a look at all that. It's an initial study. There'd need to be a further study after this, but give us some maybe which direction to go. What are some possibilities? So
Yes, it's a study. They have to start somewhere, and they are doing, and continuing to do it. That's what I understand. Anything from the county? Warren County?
Waiting on that, and like I said, we had to do it, so we just moved that up on our pack list, so.
Well, it's a live item is what we're talking about. We have to keep it live. That's how you do it. You gotta keep talking about it, you gotta keep bringing it up, keep reminding MoDOT. We're counting on Charles to keep us up to date. So anyway, thank you. Highway 47 Corridor Committee.
So with 47, we do have our Community Advisory Group number 3 coming up. So that'll be pretty exciting this week as we wrap the third one up, and then early October we'll be heading into a public meeting.
We can't come too soon. That highway is jamming. I don't know whether there's more traffic than I've ever seen out there on 47.
Well, no matter what happens with the study, of course, construction is scheduled for fiscal year 28, so we still have to wait for that
You said that there's a meeting this week?
this week.
Yeah.
And then public meeting early October that we'll advertise that quite a bit as well.
And that's going to be at East Central, correct?
The CAG will, yeah, the Community Advisory Group meeting will be.
Anything else you can share with us on that? Basically, the study is going forward.
Yeah, we're moving forward, we're getting some good progress, and that's what we're going to be looking for is the kind of final feedback as we head into the wrap-up of that study, and then we'll move forward with a lot of the pre-construction stuff.
Okay. I guess we'll be talking about it
Oh,
in
yes.
the future, a lot. Franklin County Transportation Committee,
That was, oh, okay.
that was part of it.
At the last meeting, they talked about the grants that the county awards. They did award them. Washington, we got $100,000 for our High Street project coming up between 5th and Front Street. There were 5 other cities that got awarded grants out of that. So, Jim, I don't know if you got anything else for Franklin County or?
No, that's all. We do have a Franklin County Transportation meeting that will take place in September.
Next one, we'll go over to 50/50 grants. So we have the Oldenburg entrance, the highway widening project. We were kind of waiting on utility conflicts. We finally got Show Me Fiber to relocate their fiber. They're switching it over Thursday this week, and then the last item out there is just to get some guardrail up and final grading and all that. So should be wrapping up in the next few weeks out there. And then we got the application in for the Highway 47 improvements that we've been working with. Jordan, I think we hear back in September, October. Is that right on that, or?
Yeah, so with the study as it is ongoing, I did have a meeting recently that we are going to discuss that next month, but it will not be decided yet. So we are going to have a little bit of delay on that, and that's kind of on our end with essentially the study not being finished. So there's a couple questions that they want to make sure of project delivery, that kind of thing of how is this all going to coordinate with the 47 project is we don't have all those definite answers yet. But it is still it's being discussed, everybody knows about it. We don't see any issue. It's just a little bit of answers on our end that we'll finish up.
So will that be end of the year that it would be decided then?
December will be the decision, yes.
And when will that go out for bidding? Or are we even close to that point?
That's something that we're trying to still figure out on the project delivery. With that, if it goes to our normal project of bid build, of course, that just means that we know what the project is, we design it, and of course we put that out to bid and say, how much can you do this for? If we do a design build project, which that is being discussed quite a bit, and of course anybody who's familiar with all the discussions of I-44 lately, that being we have essentially X amount of money, and what can you do with that amount of money? And so how much essentially scope or how much concrete, asphalt, steel are we getting for that amount of money? And so that is something too that we are figuring out is how is this project of 47 going to be delivered? So that is a big key factor of moving forward as well.
Charles, anything else to add?
That's it for that one.
Keep the flood mitigation or whatever you're doing over there. Keep on that, because that's going to be an easy one for somebody to just fall off the table and forget, like they did 25 years ago before the flood, last flood. So
Yeah.
anyway, thank you. Next item, 50/50 MoDOT grants, Oldenburg entrance.
Yeah, that was what we
Take care
just
of that. Application for 47 improvements. MoDOT, Warren County.
I had to, Jeff can't be here today. I mean, I'm making a project going right now, Interstate 70, they're doing well. They're switching lanes this week, actually right now. A lot of traffic, but that's our major project. Every Monday we get an update from MoDOT, so big project for us. So that's really for MoDOT.
Any questions for Joe? Hearing none, moving on. Wow, this is gonna be a fair meeting. Special Road District. Anybody?
Not here.
No, he's not here. Old Highway 100 Bridge, here we go. Let's go, let's talk about this thing.
Good morning.
Hey.
The old Highway 100 closure in front of the old Seco plant. We received results of all of our geoexploration, the engineering reports. It would be a substantial, and substantial is a small word, but it would be a big undertaking to stabilize that road in the same footprint that it is right now. Fortunately for Franklin County, we own right-of-way adjacent to that, which allows us to take a new road and put it to the north of the existing road. And it will be on stable ground. And we are, as we speak, we're working on that right now. Hopefully we will have that road rerouted and paved before the end of September. That is our target. And MoDOT's going to come down and look at it today, just see alignment, how we're joining back into the existing pavement, because that affects their bridge that they're going to replace in the near future. We're meeting the engineers down there again today, just to verify all of the coordination of utilities and what have you. There is a gas line there. The gas company has given us permission to pave over that gas line. It is 3 to 4 feet deep. It is a steel line, so the gas company feels there's no concern whatsoever with us putting our pavement on top of that. We are continuing working on that. That's the update.
Yeah, it's fantastic what you guys, the brainstorming you had to do there to do that, to get that. I looked at it and I said, this is a unbelievable, impossible alignment fix. But you, the county, whoever was involved in that, did a great job, I think, of brainstorming it, looking at the situation. That big gas line kind of sets up on the hillside there.
Mhm.
That's a huge it's natural gas, correct?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I mean, I didn't even know it was there. That's a big unit that feeds, I guess, under the river. Does that go under the river then?
I believe that goes across the river, but that also feeds the eastern half of Washington.
Yeah, that's a major.
When they replace the new bridge, are they gonna try to line it back up with the S-curve you're gonna put in?
That's what we're meeting with MoDOT over the next few days to look at that alignment. We are going to meet the existing alignment with our new road about 450 feet before you get to the bridge. So feasibly, they could go back and with the same alignment, but they do have the flexibility because the right-of-way is there. They can make some modifications to the alignment of the bridge to maybe make it a little straighter rather than a curved bridge.
How far north are they gonna go with that?
We are going about 30 feet north of the existing road.
And still be on the easement?
We'll still be on the easement, yes.
It's hard to believe. It doesn't look like there's that much there, but, yeah.
It's the old MoDOT right-of-way.
You know how wide that is, Chip?
That is an 85-foot right-of-way.
Wow.
Are you gonna do anything with with the slide that's there?
That is the other thing. Once we get the new alignment and the road paved, then behind the barricades, we will work to take the remaining asphalt out of the old road and also the concrete. I can't leave that there. I can't allow it to slide down into the creek. That's a violation of Department of Natural Resources and the Corps of Engineers, we can't have asphalt in the stream. So, but it will be open to traffic, and that'll all be behind barricades when we do that. So timing is not imperative on that. The imperative part is getting the road opened.
Very good job of doing that.
I will mention that the Sheriff's Department has been very instrumental in providing help for keeping the speed on New 100 down to a reasonable level for the school district. And hopefully they continue to do that until we get the road finished.
I know that you've had several overlays on the old 100. Has your engineer confirmed that this is going to take care of the problem 100%?
He's very confident. He says there's no guarantees, but he's very confident that this will solve the problem.
Hey, Jim, I read that you're gonna grind up the existing asphalt and use it then to be the surface.
Yes, we will use the millings from the existing roadway for the base of the new roadway and the widenings. If
Anything
there's
else?
nothing else?
Wow, that's great news. I mean, when we left here last month, I wouldn't have given you 10 cents for the future of that area. And somebody took
I
it
agree
and
with
ran
you.
with it, and I don't know whether it was you or the county, whoever did it, hats off to them to get this thing.
What year's the bridge replacement?
I'll turn that over to Jordan. That's
Fiscal year 27.
27?
So we're in 26 right now, so that'll be close to it next fiscal year, yeah.
so we'll get it all ready for Jordan to do the bridge.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
So has there been any rearrangements of the bus schedules for the school, or how is that being worked out?
Yeah, so we looked into it. It turns out what we found was essentially for last school year, there was only about 20 vehicles that were using that right turn, essentially, that were going across and using Old 100. So it was very kind of low volume of that actual movement that's happening. Once everything's back open, we can definitely advertise that as something, hey, this is open for the school year and everything, and that might be a possibility, especially after the first crazy week of school being back open, that people might be taking advantage of that and utilizing that. So we'll definitely see and try and maybe do some counts or something, really define what does that look like and how is that really impactful as we move forward into a future possible intersection improvement at New 100 and St. John's there. So we'll definitely want to keep on top of what all of that looks like. But as far as the bridge and everything, we're just moving right along with design, and of course we'll be coordinating with the county on what that looks like and just pivot from there and move forward. But as far as the school goes and everything, yes, we've been working with them, made sure to try and put everything out through email, let everybody know, and of course the school's been working with the school bus company First Student on directing, of course, for the drivers what to do in certain circumstances.
You're also doing some work on new Highway 100, about halfway to
Yes.
4, on a bridge replacement.
Correct.
Which is the old railroad bridge, I guess, bridge.
Yes.
There's a railroad runs under, the Labadee train runs underneath the,
Mhm.
that bridge probably was there when the old Highway 100 was built under the old Highway 100.
Mhm.
And when the new highway, extra lanes came on.
Right.
The bridge was new enough that they didn't replace it. So
Right.
It's just going through a replacement.
Yes.
So people understand, basically, I'm just basically saying it because of, people wonder, why are they doing this bridge replacement in the middle of the new highway? Well, that's how it happens.
Right.
There, it was.
New one got built in the-
10 years or whatever it's been, more than that. Is there anything else on that roadway that has bridge? I think that's the only bridge.
That should be the only bridge.
I was in a meeting one time and they said, guess what happened, a safety meeting or something in St. Louis, and I think that was they talked about if you had to get out of St. Louis and you had an earthquake, the only place you could go was out Highway 100 because that's the only place that didn't have a bridge that could be sound anymore. So it was way out of the St. Louis area. You couldn't go any direction but out Highway 100. That's just,
And that's still the case, yep.
it's still the case.
0100 is the crucial route.
Yes. All right, moving on. What do we got? Airport?
For the airport, we have our runway extension project that we're looking to get out to bid, or not bid, sorry, for construction here. KJU got the contract for that. We're waiting to award it though officially and get them started until we get FAA approval, which we're anticipating getting in the next couple weeks here. So still hoping to get that done this fall as far as the project. So
And that's gonna be widening? Is that-
just extending the runway and the taxiway about a little less than 400 feet, so.
Is that gonna open it up to a different level of aircraft?
Yes, we still won't, it wasn't as much extension as we wanted to get us up into the next classification, but should open it up a little more, yeah.
And there's, how much actual, we don't see it because we're not around it that much, but how many planes, just as a general rule, land every day? I don't know, I'm just.
I don't know if I could pull out that number. It's sporadic and it comes by the season too. The summer is definitely busier than the winter, obviously. I'm just trying to think. I don't
They
even.
used to use it as a touch and land and go and whatever. for many
Yeah,
years.
there's still lots of that. So we get, the counts are a little skewed with that too, as far as who actually lands and stays versus who's, like you said, just touching down and going back up, so.
And the airport facility storage, the airplanes are all full, I assume?
The hangars, yep,
Hangars? Oh,
yep.
Couldn't think of the term. Yeah.
We do have a opening in the,
Oh, yeah.
we do have an opening in the hangar that's right adjacent to the terminal. And so we are advertising that out. We put out a request for proposals to all hangar lessees that are currently there if they have first interest in it. And so I think those come back mid-September, so.
But there's several on the waiting list.
Yeah, there's several still on the waiting list for the others, so if we do get maybe somebody from our existing hangars that wants to move into the climate controlled one there by the terminal, they'll be able to go ahead and do so, and then we'll open that up for the others that are on that list.
Very good. Any other questions regarding the airport? Hearing none. Team Track.
No report.
By the way, you guys cut the grass on that lot? That really-
Sometimes we have an agreement with Can-Am, they'll go ahead and take care of that rock lot that's off to the side there that's fenced off.
Made a big difference in that whole area when you guys mowed that. That-
It usually happens
it's
during the
pretty
fair,
ragged.
so the carnival guys can go ahead and park there, that's the reason why that gets cut.
East West Parkway. No report. Public transportation, Taylor? Yes.
Good morning,
Morning.
everyone.
Morning. Morning.
So I just want to give you a few updates here. So we did finish our end of year annual report. So Easy Mo's transportation program year runs from July 1 to June 30th. So in July, we started FY26. So I just want to give you the highlights of FY25 if I can. I just want to let you know that in FY25, Easy Mo Transportation provided over 13,000 free trips across Jefferson and Franklin County. That equals to 1.2 million miles traveled between the two counties and into St. Louis. We have served exactly 677 unduplicated residents in the counties, and we have over 40 plus active volunteers. EasyMo launched their app, EasyMo Mobile. So if you or anybody on the program would like to sign up, you can actually download our app, and instead of having to call during office hours to pre-schedule a ride, you can actually do what we call a book now trip, meaning that you can schedule a ride anytime as long as there is a volunteer logged in to give rides. And then the last, which I think is a huge contributing factor, is that we had over 386,000 mileage reimbursed to local residents of both Jefferson and Franklin County over the fact of 1 year. That's a lot of money that's going to local residents that are also going back into your local economics, meaning that they're spending money at your gas stations, in your grocery stores, and they're on your roads serving your residents. And in that means that we've also count that as an in-kind donation for the program in terms of like matching for program dollars, and we counted that as 266,000 of in-kind volunteer contributing. And then I just always want to say that with those key highlights, those are all very big numbers. And I just want to remind everybody that we are still on a steady growth pattern with adding 2 volunteers per county. And I am including Franklin County in this because we are starting to get applications, guys. So that's really exciting to see. So with that, meaning that in each county, so between both counties, we're onboarding about 4 volunteers a month, 2 in Jefferson, 2 in Franklin. So I'm so excited to see Franklin County actually starting to get volunteers, because I know that you guys know we were kind of stalled in that area for a while. So I'm so excited to see the consistent growth now, as well as I know that I've reported in the past that our program actually between both counties, it has a consistent uptake in mileage and the money that we're giving out every month, about 30% growth between each month. But a lot of that number was coming from Jefferson County specifically. But I'm really excited to say that in July of 2025, we had about an even split, 50% in one county and 50% in the other, which is a huge uptake for Franklin County. And I think that has some really exciting promise to say that I think we're going to continue to see that going into the new fiscal year. So questions about that before I move on to my final update? Okay, exciting. So I did bring a guest with me, Kara. She's in that second row. She did walk in with me. Last time I was here, I shared that we were getting ready to hire a new dispatcher. And I just want to say that we did move forward in hiring that new dispatcher when our new fiscal year started. And so this is Kara's first month with us. And I'm just so excited to say that she has helped get us down. So going into every month, we are a program that runs on very slim staff, meaning that most of our program is actually is consistent of those volunteer drivers. And we don't have a lot of in-office staff, meaning that we get backlogged. We had at one point over 300 voicemails of people trying to get into the program and signed up. She has actually done a great job, and between her and I, we are no longer on a wait list, meaning that every single one of those phone calls have been returned, and so there's no longer a wait list to get onto our program, which I think is a huge thing for our program. And a lot of those people actually consist of residents in Union and Washington, so I just think that that's a big thing to update while I'm here with you guys as well.
Awesome.
Great.
So lots of exciting updates.
Jennifer, the people that are served, in what capacity? Going to doctors? Is it shopping? Is it?
So our number one requested ride type is employment trips, meaning that these are residents that are in both counties that are requesting rides to employment, meaning that they're either trying to get to a job interview to actually get sustainable income that way, or they're people who are working full-time jobs who are trying to get back and forth every day to their work. That is our number one ride request type, but we serve almost all types of ride types, meaning that we get people to educational things like the college. We get them to food access, not just like a Walmart trip or things like that. We also take them to food pantries in the county. We take people to medical care, both in the county and to St. Louis for specialty care visits. Employment, like I said, when I tell you, I can say like everything fits into a category. It's easier to tell you the things that we don't do as a program than to tell you the things we can do. So we can't take you to designated liquor stores or tobacco, like liquor, tobacco, or marijuana dispensaries, those types of things. We can't do those trips, and we can't do social trips. So the big one that we got a lot of requests for was the fair, and we unfortunately cannot do that because the federal government says that that is considered a social event, and so we cannot do that. However, I can tell you that we did provide somebody that had a booth there and I put it under employment because she was there to sell things and make money, so I put that under employment. So when I tell you I can fit something, any type of request into a ride category that we have, the big thing I can't do is dispensaries, which is a more commonly asked question than you think.
Or a liquor store.
And then one last plug, guys, please remember that we do always need more volunteers. So even though we're consistently seeing an uptake at this point in volunteer applications for Franklin County, you guys still are very much outnumbered with Jefferson County. So we need to get those looking more equal, because we now have a more consistent ridership in equal parts for Jefferson and Franklin. But now we need those volunteer numbers to go up too. So please just make sure you're letting everybody know that we need volunteers. And with our volunteers, you can go to jfcac.org/EasyMo, and there's a big red sign up to be a volunteer at the top of the page. And please click that button. And if you guys have any time, whether it's once a month for 3 hours in the morning, or if it's once a week, whatever you have, we would take any extra time that you guys can give back to your residents.
Taylor, you had a program where you could take people into St. Louis, like to the airports, whatever. How is that working out, and if you have any numbers on that?
I do not have any numbers onto that. That is, I think, what you may be asking about is the new Oats route.
That's it.
That is not something that I do, so that would be something Megan would have to report on. However, we do take people into St. Louis all the time, but most of our St. Louis trips are for medical, like specialty medical appointments. But we are actually seeing, very interestingly enough, an uptake for people going up there to get their disability hearing. So they can actually get disability income every month, month after month.
And Taylor, for the benefit of the newer people that are in the audience, the reimbursements for and the individuals, the drivers, that's their cars, they are reimbursed for their mileage.
Correct. They are reimbursed at the IRS rate. So the incentive to be a volunteer driver is that while, yes, you are using your own vehicle, there are two big things that we offer. One is the IRS reimbursement rate, which is currently 70 cents a mile. And with that 70 cents a mile, because it's reimbursed and not actually paid out to you, there's no tax requirement at the end of the year. So all of that money you make is non-taxable income, meaning that we don't tax it before giving it to you, and you don't claim it at the end of the year. So that's money that goes straight into your pocket, as well as the fact if you're on any sort of disability, Social Security, or anything like that, it does not affect that in any way whatsoever. With the disclaimer that if you're on disability and your disability has a specific, like, you can't drive more than a certain amount of hours a month or something like that, because I did see that recently. So just that is the quick disclaimer that I now have to give. But other than that, it doesn't affect any sort of state benefits or anything like that, as well as we provide something called SEMA insurance. That is C like cat, IMA, and that just means that because you're using your own vehicle, you do have to have your own policy. But if you were ever in an accident while on your way to a trip, coming back from a trip, or with somebody in your car, anything that's over your deductible amount, that SEMA insurance would step in and cover any cost of any damages to you, your passenger, or your personal property.
That's good.
Well done, kiddo. That's all I can tell.
Good job.
You do a great job.
Well, just remember, guys, we need volunteers.
Any questions for Taylor? Hearing none.
You guys are wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We got Megan from Oats. Megan? There she is.
Good morning. I don't know if anyone came last month for me or not, so if not, I apologize. I was on vacation, so I did have somebody in my spot, but I think they were not well, so. Just a couple things with the intercity route, which you were chatting about. We have officially went to the airport, and we have officially brought somebody to the train station here. So 2 new things in the past month, because before we were just doing, you know, mainly the specialty appointments up in St. Louis, but yeah, someone from Bourbon actually went here to the train station. We took them, and then we picked them up when they came back, and then we took a couple to the airport as well. So people are finding out about other services besides the medical, so like I always tell everybody, if you need a ride to the airport or even here to the local train station, which I thought was so cool that we actually got to do that. Because honestly, I didn't think that was really going to ever happen because usually people here can get there. But someone from Bourbon, that's a long haul for them. So, but yeah, everything is moving along and we usually see an uptick. Like I said, I think we had 16 people already this month used for the intercity route. So we are busy.
And remind people of the cost of this.
It is $10 each way. So if we take you to the airport, it's $10 if we take you home. So it doesn't matter where you live, as long as you're going to an intermodal facility, which we pretty much have it arranged. Any major place has transportation connected to it that we can take you for $10. And as of now, we're still door-to-door service. There's no meeting location, because I know on our flyer it says basically the main commuter lots to pick up at, but since we don't have 1 million people going every day, we do our door-to-door service like Oates is known for, so.
$10 per person
$10 per person,
to the airport.
correct. So no paying $100 plus to park your car. Yeah, so everyone, I tell everybody, just whenever you leave, schedule on any Monday through Friday, because that's what Oates is open for. But yeah, call us whenever you book your trip, and we can put you down and figure it out. So,
Any time of the day.
I mean, we're open really 5 in the morning to 6 at night, but I know, future trip, right?
I'm thinking. 6 guys.
Well, just tell me that you came to the committee, and I'll just be like, oh, we might do that. No, but for the most part, I mean, we're in the transportation business like Taylor. People call you because they need you. We need to figure out what we can do for them. So absolutely. Schedule your vacation, okay? We'll help you out.
Megan, it's almost, when you said $10, it's almost too good to be true. And why aren't you doing this for more people? Is it a lack of them knowing about it?
I think so. So now that we finally went to the train station and we finally went to the airport, usually when you start taking a person, it turns into so many more, because we do so many medical trips to all the big hospitals and stuff up in St. Louis, because once one person knows about it, they tell everybody, kind of thing. So yeah, my hope is they would share their experience, and hopefully it's a great one. If not so great, then they can call me anyways. But yeah, and then more people can find out about it.
So these are Oates buses, or what's
Yeah,
the
it's an Oates bus. I mean, we have vans, and we're working on getting a Ford Transit as well, hopefully more for this kind of thing. So our individual transportation, we generally take a van. It's a better service, a lot more close-knit. We don't want to put 2 people in a humongous bus if you don't have to, kind of things. But we have minivans that have like wheelchair accessibility, either side or rear loading, so we can definitely be more personable and more comfortable taking people in a smaller vehicle.
So hypothetically, if I'm gonna go to Las Vegas 2 weeks from now,
Okay.
and I call up and I can get on a bus and you can take me to the airport?
As long as we have a available driver, yeah. Do you need to go to the airport?
And I can call. I don't have to park my car?
No, we take you to whatever terminal that we can take you to. So if you know where you get on and off at, we're your people.
I mean, do I have to come with a wheelchair to indicate that I'm not able to do this?
You don't, I mean, if you have a wheelchair, I guess we'll take
No,
you.
Megan, all I'm telling you, you've got a great program, and it sounds like it's wide open.
This is what we need to
for anybody
do.
To utilize it, and it's just too good to be true.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll use a lot of our funding dollars and we'll continue to get this, because if you don't use it, you lose it, kind of thing. So, yeah, absolutely. It doesn't matter. Like I said, all of our vehicles, I think besides one, is not wheelchair accessible or has a lift if someone has a mobility device, which we don't really use that one because a lot of individuals we service or routes that we have, someone has some kind of mobility issue, which is fine because we have the capability of taking them.
You have to have a mobility issue.
No. Your average Joe can go. It doesn't matter.
No age issue either?
Nope.
Okay.
I think we qualify.
No,
I think everyone does, yeah.
How many times of the day is it?
I mean, really, when you present something, you have to do
Sure.
dates and times. But right now, since our service isn't so crazy busy, pretty much we do whenever. You can call and say, hey, I need to go be at the airport by 9 a.m. on this day, and we could probably do it.
And the federal government's paying for this.
What?
The federal government is paying?
There's a grant for intercity for rural transportation getting into urban for other transportation systems. I know. I don't know how we got it, but I'm glad we did. But yeah, it was a long time in the making. I think it took like 6 months to get something rolling and plans written out, but we got it and we're just moving all along.
What do you do when somebody arrives at the airport late or coming back in, you know, if there's a,
I mean, we would
you sit there and
probably wait within reason, okay? If you're have a 6-hour delay and we can't reach you after a couple hours, we probably would leave. But usually if people have a delay in the middle, they would call. So we always just, I feel like anybody who rides with Oates, we are pretty forthcoming and let you know, like, we'll pretty much do anything and everything, but you have to keep us updated along the way. So we know that people have delays. It's just you updating us, because if you know you're going to be
awful
5
lot
hours.
of delays. I mean, people never really get in when they're supposed to.
Oh, right. No, right, for sure. So that's what I'm saying. If you have a connecting flight and that's 2 hours later, you just let us know and we'll just come 2 hours later kind of thing. Usually if we tell our driver, this is what we need you to do, they're committing to do that trip. Sometimes it doesn't work out as it's planned. I mean, that even happens when we take people for a medical, you know, thing. It could be, it's supposed to be 2 hours and turns into 4. You know, we just work together as a team and figure it out. You made a commitment for those individuals, you're gonna finish your commitment kind of thing. That, I just feel like we have an old school family vibe where you do something, you finish the job kind of thing, so.
So you don't have scheduled dates or scheduled times for the buses every
It's
day?
supposed to be Tuesdays and Thursdays, and depending on where you live, it's supposed to be a set time from Sullivan to Eureka. But like I said, since so many people aren't utilizing the service every day, booking together, we can pretty much do whatever. If it ever comes to a point where we're so busy, then we'd have to, you know, set to that schedule. But as of now, you call us and we'll see what we can do to get you a driver.
I may try you.
All right.
I would like to throw out there too that it's not a waste of taxpayers' dollars. I think there is a defense for this. If we can get this in a community and get this growing, we're saving the emissions, we're making transportation easier, we're making our community more accessible to everybody. So the fact that we needed a grant to get it going and keep it going for a while, I think it's great that we have that money that we can try this out, and great to have you making it work.
Yeah, no, I think so, absolutely. Yeah, I think that since the transportation's easier piece, people might do it more often. Even individuals who don't really normally have a car and stuff like that, they will still travel, even whether it's on Amtrak and here in Washington or, you know, because someone's gonna help them out.
Very good.
So, any questions?
Keep us informed.
I will. I'll be here. I plan on being here every month. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, next item, half-cent sales tax.
You gonna go on?
Well, go ahead. I'll let you start.
Well, we did not meet this month because it was the fair and everybody was tired, so we skipped this month. And so this next month in September, we'll be meeting on September 12th. And at that meeting, we will start to delve into our transportation needs. So if anybody wanted to attend that meeting, it's at 11:30. Usually lasts till about 1. And we'll be talking about our transportation needs of what we were putting forth to our voters to promote the tax. So anyway, that's basically.
We'll give an updated presentation. Charles and I and some staff got to work on that a little bit with the changes based upon our agreement with the county and MoDOT on 47. So we've got some of those changes. I did, I stress that we included in a couple of slides with that last week, I guess, or maybe this week. The board of directors for East West Gateway will go ahead and vote on the latest TIP and our SDP projects that are being funded. And one of the slides that you see in there is just what Washington has. I mean, they give you a full book for the whole region, but I mean, you can see the projects that we have and how we have them lined up all the way out to 2029. And so, and it's like, without this funding in place, those are the things that we are worried about jeopardizing for the future. So we'll show that. That helps, I think, make our argument. I know I don't have to present that to you guys. You guys understand that because you meet on a monthly basis, but for the general public, it's good to let them know that that's how far out the program it goes, so.
Well, again, those two sales tax, capital improvements and the transportation, both are critical for, and I don't have to, I'm speaking to the choir here because Washington has become dependent on those for our roads and our economic development, and without them, I can't see Washington going forward.
Yeah,
Like we have been, like we're used to. And I just hope that, are you seeing any resistance to either one of them?
No, I think it's early. I think the paper's doing a great job of covering the meetings. And I think that, you know, the committee's got some decisions to make in October, November. That's when you have to make some tough decisions as to how we want to go ahead and move forward and present that to the council. But no, I think for the most part, the community understands, those that vote on on April elections or whatever, typically understand the need for those taxes and what the benefit and what they've seen in the past or what they've gained from it, so.
Yeah, I attended one meeting where the proposals of different agencies or different groups bringing their proposals for inclusion. Amazing what people do in this community and the different organizations and how they fit together well. And it's just amazing. And we've gotten used to it. Other people look at us and say, how can Washington do these things? And it's because everybody's part of it. Everybody's part of the, you know, this tax is important. I don't know how else to stress it.
So, yeah, it's important. There's two separate renewals that we're looking at this time, and which is different from the past. I think, you know, our track record speaks pretty well for both taxes. It's just a matter of getting that out to the public and then also presenting them with what we would do if you renew these taxes. Here's what can be done, so.
Curb and guttering that you guys are doing, I mean, is amazing. Changes the whole streets. Amazing.
Yeah.
With new,
So streets like Jefferson that you're seeing now, that you're gonna see get paved here in the next
was it Third
6
Street?
weeks or so.
Street.
And they're finishing up the curb and gutter and the sidewalk up there as well. I mean, those projects, if we don't have that transportation sales tax to leverage those funds, those types of improvements.
Those are
just-
80/20,
Yeah,
Oh,
they just
that's
don't get
20% our
completed,
part.
so.
so.
Getting the matching stuff.
Yep.
That's critical.
What is your next meeting, or when is your next meeting?
September 12th.
Okay.
At 11:30. And then we got to set some meeting dates for
We
October
don't
and
have the
November.
next one set.
October, I think we got a date. I want to talk to Sandy about November date, but we might bump that one up a week early if possible, so.
September 12th, 11:30 here?
Yep. They're open to the public. We do have groups that are interested in the discussion, and so they attend as well, so.
It's amazing how well they put together the presentations. Just the
Oh,
ones
they're
that I saw
good.
at the one day,
Mhm.
they're coming prepared.
Yes.
And, the impact on the community is gonna be amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
continued, with the ideas that are coming forward. I think they're great.
Thanks, Darren.
What we got? Anybody else got anything you wanna talk about?
I've got a big thing that we have going on right now within MoDOT. We have our high priority unfunded needs. So that is in draft state right now. So of course, that is all the projects that is listed throughout the whole state that we would like to, of course, do, but we do not have the funding to do so. So I know there's quite a bit, as I said, even a future improvement project on 100 at St. John's and at Route T and V, Route M, and Route AT. So all throughout the 100 corridor between Washington and I-44, we've actually got that on the draft what we call HPUN, High Priority Unfunded Needs List. So currently at this time, that draft is in review for everybody in the public, as well as a comment period. So anybody who would like to comment on what is on there, what's not on there, what they believe should be on there, or any other kind of comments, you're welcome to do that, and that is a statewide thing. So that is what we are really looking forward to, make a huge impact within not just, of course, the St. Louis area, but of course for Franklin and Jefferson counties that of course I work with both, and so of course any kind of things that we can get on that, any kind of comments, good or bad, doesn't matter to me. If we can get some squeakiness, maybe we get some oil.
I was gonna say, if Jordan will furnish us with the link, Gina can go ahead and send that out to everybody and get
Yes.
that out to everybody so that all of you can go ahead and make comments on it.
You bet. That's where it starts.
Otherwise, yeah, we'll get the link to the city, of course, to get that sent out, but MoDOT.org, and then if you search HPUN in that search bar on MoDOT.org, the first link there, you'll be able to find that as well. So we'll definitely get that link sent out for everybody as well.
Yeah, Gina, I really appreciate the links. I don't have to remember h.org things.
No kidding, no kidding. Yeah, thank you, Gina, for all your efforts and keeping these minutes, keeping them up to date and getting it done.
The deadline for that comment period is September 11th.
And you go to the website, you said to the website?
The website, you can make those comments, yes.
Is there anything that we're missing that could be added to that? I'll ask we got a couple our new commissioners in the audience. If you guys ever have anything to say, tell us. Come up and introduce yourselves. Whatever. If you guys have anything that, from the county level, we'd be glad to entertain whatever you guys have to bring to the table. So, anyway, hearing none, we'll move on. Any other business? Hearing none. Need a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
Got a motion?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Thank you. Wow, that's a record.
No, last meeting was a record. That one was a half hour. And we even broke the system.
That's right.
Have a new city planner. Oh, this gentleman.
Yes.
Oh.
I went back.
Oh, hi.
It says everything
Aaron.
broke, but